What's going on, guys? Allie-RX here, and it's been a week now, but forget it. I want to wish you all a very, very, very happy New Year 2015. And thank God it's 2015. We finally got through the not so great year of 2014. At least in my opinion, but I'll get to that in a moment. But happy New Year. A new beginning, and I am very happy that it is. So, this video is a New Year's update, and I do this every year. I always do this every year because I like to give you a rundown of what's to come of the year, and I'm gonna do that. But first, let's kind of recap of what happened in 2014. You know, I really wanted 2014 to be an amazing year, and I wanted it to be better than 2013, because 2013 was an awesome year for my YouTube channel, and for me, for the most part. I mean, for the first time ever, I did consistently episodes of the Allie-RX show and Bootleg show, and I did all 4 episodes of Kamen Rider games. And I also took pictures at New York Comic Con, and did a lot of good stuff. But 2014, it just got off to a bad start. Just if you're to recap, let me give you a recap. So when I started the year, I did an update video saying that things were there was a lot of big things gonna happen. Retro Month was supposed to start in January, and then there was season 2 of the Allie-RX show was gonna start in March, and so that I would work on some of the episodes in February, and unfortunately stuff happened that pushed me to delay pretty much everything. Well, first of all, in the beginning of January, someone in the family got very sick, and I was very, very sad. It was awful, but I kept posting updates on my Facebook page and my Twitter, asking for support, and so that was that. And then, but in March, I started to get back on track, and I finished Retro Month for March on the Allie-RX show. And then I was going to start work on season 2 in April, and then launch it in May. Then I got sick in the middle of April. So I started working on it around early May. And then around May, my old hard drive died, and it was very difficult to restore data, and I had to buy a new one. So I was gonna work on the new season in June and July, and then there was E3, and then in July I worked on the new Bootleg Shit episode, just because I kept delaying everything. I wanted to make people happy, and then on August I finally released the first episode of season 2 of the Allie-RX show, which is WWE 2K14. And I thought things were gonna go great. So, however, there were a change of plans. I had a bunch of episodes planned for the fall season, and so I decided to push back all the episodes, including the DuckTales review, which was supposed to be scheduled after the WWE 2K14 review, and in favor of a special versus episode called Super Smash Bros. Melee vs. Brawl. Now, that would take me quite a long time. I really wanted to get it out because of the huge release of Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U. But there was delays. I needed more time to work on it. And another issue that happened was when I was recording, my capture card started having issues. Like, it would skip while I was recording, and once in a while the computer would blue screen on me, and and then around November, after November, after I was cleaning the inside of my PC, I would turn it on, and then nothing would display at all. So I thought it was the RAM, because that was the thing that I took out the first time when I was cleaning it back in November. But after a week later, in early December, I took out the capture card, not realizing it, and then when I turned it on, everything started working fine. So it was the capture card that was causing a lot of stress, because ever since 2013, when I got that capture card, whenever I would play games on my PC, like I would hear this little clackety noise it would make. Like, it was very annoying. But when I took it out, whenever I play a game, I wouldn't hear that sound anymore. So I gotta get a new capture card, but this time I've gotta get an external capture card. I'm considering getting the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable. So for now, I'm not gonna review any console game until I get a new capture card. And as for the Smash Brothers Melee vs. Brawl episode, that was postponed indefinitely. And I'm not saying I'm gonna cancel it, but I may bring it back, and I may change it when I get the new capture card. So instead of reviewing Melee vs. Brawl, I did another Versus episode, which was released by the end of 2014, by New Year's Eve, and that was Super Mario Bros. 3 versus Super Mario World. And I was gonna do it earlier on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and I was also gonna review DuckTales Remastered that same month because of the delay with Smash Brothers, and I was gonna end the year with a new bootleg shit. But in the middle of December, I got sick again. Yeah, it was mostly bad luck for 2014 for me, but thank God I finished the year with Super Mario Bros. 3 versus Super Mario World. But 2015, I'm gonna make sure that none of these bad things happen again, because for 2015, I'm gonna make this year a much better year. And because of this, I have created a hashtag called ResetButton2015. And what that means is I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to complete what I didn't do in 2014. And I'm going to make this year, 2015, as good as 2013 or better than 2013. And I promise you that it'll be a much better year. You're going to see a lot of great content from me. The first thing you're going to see this year is a new episode of Bootleg Shit. When is it going to come out? This weekend, probably. Shortly after this video. And it's going to be very closely related to the recent episode of the Allie-RX show. It's very closely related to that Versus episode. And you're going to see it. And so yeah, a new Bootleg Shit coming out, and also I'm gonna finish the rest of season 2 of the Allie-RX show. I'm gonna review DuckTales Remastered, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Kamen Rider Batch Ride War. No, I'm not gonna review that game until I get the new capture card. I'm gonna review the Transformers games, and when I get the new capture card, I'm gonna review the I'm gonna do a mini retrospective on the Souls franchise, because Bloodborne is coming out for PS4 around the spring, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, around that time I'm gonna do a retrospective, a little mini retrospective / review of the Souls franchise. It's Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 2. So yeah, and of course I'm gonna do review all the episodes of the Allie-RX show that I didn't review in the fall of 2014. But I'm not gonna review J-Star's Victory Versus, because the American version is coming out very soon. I might push that back to season 3 of the Allie-RX show. Yeah. So when I get the new capture card, I'm gonna review like the console games, like Kamen Rider Batch Ride War 2, and maybe finish the Smash Brothers Melee vs. Brawl episode. But for now, I'm gonna stick to like games that are on PC or, you know, console games that I can emulate. Yeah. So that's like DuckTales Remastered, Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, maybe the Deadpool and the Transformers games. But other than that, that's about it. Until I get the new capture card. Possibly the AverMedia Live Game Reportable. I might get that one. I heard there was a really good capture card. So, yeah. And, let's see. And I might review indie games for February. Because Indiecade East is happening here in New York that month. And I might review something like Shovel Knight or Transistor or Electronic Superjoy. I might do like a little countdown on the top 5 or top 10 weirdest indie games, like Antichamber, Lovely Planet, you know, those weird ass indie games that are like very trippy and shit. Yeah, I might do like a little countdown video of that. Let's see what else. Yeah, yeah, so that's pretty much it for the Allie-RX show and bootleg shit. I think I'm considering doing like a weekly gaming news show where I just recap all the new stuff that I posted on Facebook. I was gonna do that in the beginning of the year, but I decided not to because in the start of the year and the holiday season, there's usually a slow news days. Yeah. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. You know. So, yeah. And, also, I wanted to apologize for, not doing a Christmas live stream on, December. I really wanted to get videos finished, and also I was gonna buy a second monitor so I can read the chat, but I don't have that right now, and I really don't want to go through the hassle of, you know, taking out my TV, putting it here, setting up another table, you know, and then plug in my other monitor to use to read chat, you know, and I'm not gonna do that. No, I want an easier way to stream. So yeah, those were a couple of reasons why I didn't do the holiday live stream. And also this Tuesday, next week on Tuesday, January 13th is my birthday. If you didn't know, my birthday always lands on January the 13th. So if you want to wish me happy birthday that day or on an earlier day, feel free to do so. If you're ready, wish me happy birthday, then thank you very much. I'm definitely getting a Wii U on my birthday. So yeah, maybe so once I get the Wii U on my birthday, in the future I'll review PC, PS3, and Wii U games, along with, you know, some older games. No reviews of PS4, Xbox One games though. I have no desire to get a PS4 or Xbox One. Most of the games they have are on PC, and there's very few exclusives that interest me on either consoles at the moment. Maybe in the future when they're cheaper, they might have a lot more exclusives, but for now they do not interest me. I'm not gonna review the 3DS games because there's no way to capture footage without modding it, and I'm not going to mod my 3DS. So that's that. That's pretty much all I'm gonna. That's pretty much my update video for 2015. Be sure to check that out. Remember, the hashtag is resetbutton2015. I'm gonna start anew, and it's gonna be a much better year. I promise you that. I can't promise when the reviews are coming, but I promise you they will come this year. You're gonna see a lot more content from me, and if anything happens, I will give you an update. Mark my words. So yeah. So to short recap, New reviews, new episodes of the Allie-RX show, new bootleg shit coming up momentarily, very soon. Indie reviews of the Allie-RX show, possible gaming news series, need a new capture card to review console games, and my birthday's coming up. So that's just kind of a little recap of what's going to happen. So yeah, I hope you had a very wonderful holidays. I hope you enjoy the new year so far. And so yeah, that's it for this update. I'm Allie-RX, and I'll see you on the other side.